Welcome to Texas Honda Channel. If you're new here, definitely click that subscribe button. So today on the Mazda B2300, we are going to be pulling the engine and transmission out of here so we can K-swap it with that K20, with the RX-8 transmission and the Collins adapter plate. There's a whole nother video on the Collins adapter plate, so definitely go give that a view if you haven't seen it. Basically what we're going to be doing is removing both engine mounts, rear transmission mount, rear drive shaft, engine harness, hoses, radiator, anything that could possibly be in the way. We're going to pull the engine and transmission together. I will have to remove the hood, so I'll probably do that as the first step. Going to get as much as I can done with the garage door shut because it is really hot here in Texas right now. And in the garage right now it's 87 degrees and the AC has been on. We have not opened that door since yesterday, so it is really hot. And I'm going to try to keep it as cool in here as I can. So we can't fit the engine hoist in front, so we're going to do as much work with the door shut as we can. After we get it to that point, we'll push this out a little bit, put the engine hoist there, get this out of here, and then push the truck back in and shut the door most likely. But yeah, I'm basically going to time elapse this for you. I'm not going to go into great detail. I just want to get this out so we can start getting everything ready to mock that in. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. So here we go. Okay, now there is a massive mess underneath full of transmission fluid because I didn't think about it. When you pull the rear drive shaft, all the fluid comes out. So I should have drained it. So learn from my mistakes, drain the fluid before you pull. Also, it helps to have more than just one person. Just me by myself, I needed to be in multiple places at the same time. So it'd been great if I had a friend to come over and help, but I don't. So it is what it is. But yeah, it really sucked to get out of there. And there's a lot of room, so that K-series should very easily fit in there. Now I am about to measure the distance from where the transmission meets the block to the shifter, which I don't think this transmission is as long as that one. So there will be most likely our first problem. But I'm gonna go ahead and measure that real quick, get some stuff cleaned up, and then I'll let you know what we find out. All right, while I had the pressure washer out, I decided I was gonna clean up the engine bay and degrease it using some Purple Power. It's a mixture of Purple Power and Zep together. Works really good at degreasing. You can use pretty much anything, but those are just what I choose. So I went ahead and pressure washed the engine bay, and it looks so much better now. As you can see, the engine bay is really cleaned up a lot. Still has a little bit more deep cleaning we can do, but definitely a huge improvement. So after I was done with the engine bay, the garage just needed a super good pressure wash cleaning. Basically put down some Purple Power on the floor, scrubbed it with a scrubby brush, and pressure washed it all out. And as you can tell, it definitely needed it. But yeah, now that we've got the garage floor cleaned and the truck is in the garage, I can show you the engine bay, better lighting. It's looking really good. Now, we won't be able to keep this factory AC set up. We're gonna have to do something different, but I'm not worried about that yet. The main concern for me is to get the engine in and mocked up. And as you can see, so much room in here for that little tiny K20. The 2.3 4-cylinder that was in here was massive in comparison to this K20, so that gives us plenty of room to work with, which is a great thing. And these mounts here will line up perfectly with mount locations on the K20 that we can make custom brackets to. Now these are super soft, so I will be replacing them with brand new OEM ones, but they don't really make a solid mount kit for the Mazda B2300, at least not that I know of. But yeah, definitely gonna try to get that mocked up in the next video. One of the things I did find in this video though, was that this transmission, just upon looking at it, you can tell it is much longer than this transmission, which is out of the truck. I cleaned it up so that you could really see the difference. But yeah, this is about 10 inches longer. Let me measure and show you for the people who want measurements. From neutral position all the way to where it bolts, about 19 inches. So you can see that. On the RX-8 transmission, from where it bolts to the shifter in neutral is 29 inches. So that could be a big problem, but we're not exactly sure yet, so we can't jump to conclusions. The thing is, I want this shifter hole to line up with the factory shifter hole on the truck, so that way I don't have to cut anything and I don't have to replace these seats, because this seat right here has a middle section, so it's basically a bench seat, and if I have to cut it back any farther, then it will become 2 buckets, which there's no problem with that, but I just want to kind of keep it, you know, looking stockish on the interior. But yeah, we'll definitely figure it out for sure. Another thing I wanted to show you before I get off here is the drive shaft difference. Now this is odd. This drive shaft, it's super heavy, which is to be expected. It's a truck drive shaft. And the RX-8 is super light, but the difference is the RX-8 one is, you guessed it, 10 inches shorter. I know, weird, right? Because the RX-8 transmission is 10 inches longer. Well, the truck transmission is 10 inches shorter, and the truck drive shaft is 10 inches longer. We'll figure it out for sure. I know we can build custom drive shafts. They actually have a kit that I can get. We measure everything and then mark, cut, and weld, which I won't be welding. I'll have someone else do it that's really good, so I know they're strong. But yeah, definitely making progress. And when I figure this out, I will definitely let you guys know what I'm doing for sure. But yeah, hopefully in the next video I can get this at least mocked up in here and we can try to figure out mounts. I'm not a pro fabricator or anything, but I will do my absolute best to make some mounts for it, some brackets, probably just out of some steel. But yeah, it looks like we'll have some room in there for sure. But yeah, definitely making some progress. I did want to show you this as well. The factory fan shroud had an electric fan hidden behind it. So it had a crank fan and an electric. I'm assuming this was for the AC, but we can utilize that for engine cooling. since this does not have a crank fan. But definitely making huge progress on the K-Swap Mazda truck. If you guys like these videos, please share and like them. And if you're new here, definitely subscribe. And on my More Motorsports channel, I got a package from Max Peeting Rods. Huge shout out to Max Peeting Rods for hooking us up. Got us a K-Series throttle. I put some sensors on it already and stuff like that. So when I get my intake manifold, we'll just bolt this puppy up. Then we got a catch can, which we'll be installing in the future as well. So we definitely have more things coming for sure. Like I said, if you're new here, please subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified of every upload. And drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the progress so far. But I'm gonna call quits on this video. I've been at it all day and all night, so I need a shower and gotta get this video edited for you guys. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. And as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.